What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Today's video is going to be social media is killing black women. All right, before I get into the video, though, I got to do the YouTube stuff. The goal is 40,000 subscribers by June. It's a crazy goal. It's a big goal, but it's my goal. All right, the only way I'm going to get to my goal is if you give me the HBO special. Do you know what the HBO special is? That's the Help a Brother Out special. All right, so go on and help a brother out. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. I'm going to give y'all a second to do that. All right, now let's get to the video. Social media is killing black women. Let's see what they have to say.
Week pull up. I'm your friend Shamika Sanders here with Kiara Kelly and this week's guest host, Allison McGevna. It's time for another conversation and a whole lot of information. Hit that share button and get ready to repost all this goodness because Listen to Black Women starts now. In 2018, there's a pretty good chance you own a smartphone.
Whether you're team iPhone or team Android, it's a safe bet that you're on social media.
So depending on your platform of choice, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, you can get a whole range of really well-crafted images, perfectly filtered pictures, witty hashtags, and social media can definitely be a one-stop shop for anyone who just loves visuals.
While folks are shouting out their latest travel adventures, fitness wins, and bagels, there's a really interesting narrative connected to black women.
According to a recent Nielsen study, black women reign supreme when it comes to social media, with 80% of black women owning their own smartphones and then 57% of us owning tablets. So we stay highly connected through our group chats, which be lit, and we spend a lot of time on social media.
You need some more numbers because that same survey estimates that 72% of black women frequent Facebook the most, that's the fave, with lots of time spent consuming Instagram, Google+, and Twitter, much more than our Latina and white friends.
Considering all the
Notice how the first woman, Kiara, I don't remember her name. Notice how she said what she said, okay? She said that black women reign supreme, okay? And this kind of euphemism, even a black woman talking to black women about issues in the black community, they can't be completely honest about this stuff, okay? They have to tap dance around to make people feel better about their problems. All right, this is not a good statistic. This is not something you reign supreme in. This is the same mentality that says, oh, when you look at the statistic, 80% of black women are overweight or obese. Oh, well, that's because black women are doing their own thing and they happy in their lives. So they eating a little more and they gaining healthy weight. No. All right? No, it means they have a harder chance getting up and they're more likely to die of cardiac arrest. All right? That's what it means. Okay? It isn't because they're happy. All right, and this is the same mentality that 78% of black women are having children out of wedlock. This is the same mentality that says, oh, it's okay. That just means that there's a lot of strong, independent black women. No, that's not what it's saying at all. All right, it shows that there's a lot of black women with a lack of discipline. Okay, it shows that there are a lot of black women that are making the wrong decisions as far as what will benefit them and their future child. All right, let's continue the video though.
The time we spend on the net scrolling past the happy, wealthy, fit people, do you ever wonder if everyone else's life is as picture perfect? How do you feel when you discover all those couples aren't happy? Bankruptcy is looming and those people are gaining just as much weight as we are. So that brings us to the question of the week. Has social media #goals changed our perception of reality? Now it's time to see what folks are saying for this week's social media roundup.
Huge congratulations to our girl Taraji P. Henson and her fiance, former NFL player Kelvin Hayden, newly engaged. Taraji posted, "I said yes, y'all."
A couple weeks ago, the Met Gala had the socials lit. Fans were quick to give props to their favorites on the carpet. At Conscious Kingdom posted a photo set writing #Black Brilliance at this year's #Met Gala.
Y'all saw I photoshopped myself into that picture.
That stick figure.
But what happens when the romantic story you tell doesn't match reality? So Peppa from Salt and Pepper posted her new boo. It was all, oh my God, love, love, love. His wife came out and said, nah, boo.
Wait, his wife? He had a whole wife?
catch that. I threw that out there really quick.
But you know, worse than the posts themselves sometimes definitely are the comments, right? Because people are so mean. And like, I feel like when celebs post themselves, you're right. They open themselves up to trolling, but that's rough.
It will literally be a picture of a girl smiling and they'll be like, you're an ugly bitch. And it's just like, she just wanted to have a good day. I don't know. Trolling and cyberbullying is real. These can have real life effects with a lot of people carrying emotional stress and mental issues outside of social media.
Actually, a second study from that same Pew Research Center on online harassment found that 59% of Black users have experienced harassment versus 41% of white users. So there's a huge disparity there. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, you just said that Black women use the apps more than white and Latino women. So if you're using it more, you have a higher chance of obviously coming in some kind of dilemma or some kind of discrimination or racial argument or whatever it may be. This is what a lot of women that use these apps go seeking for. All right, and the reason why there are so many women that are depressed, all right, the reason why we see suicide rates going up in girls and young women is because of social media. And when we look at the effects of into the future, when somebody actually does this experiment, we look at social media and its effects on marriage, I guarantee that we will see that it's a negative effect, because the grass is always greener on the other side, people. There are so many people that are in happy relationships or so many people that want to be in what they see as a happy relationship, and they have no idea what it takes to maintain that relationship. The people who are in relationships that want to get out of their relationships, they go on Instagram and it looks good. It looks like there's a lot of options out there. It looks like there's a ton of young, rich men that would love to take care of you. And that's why you're seeing 80% of women dropping out of their marriages, is because they feel like they can go on and get something better. They get that divorce and they realize that's not true. But this is something they feel beforehand, because the grass is always greener on the other side. All right, we got to get rid of this mentality. Facebook, social media, Instagram, social media in the whole. Okay, it's all an image. It's an idea. It's not real, people. You can't live your life based off of an image. Also, why do you want so much stuff anyway? Okay, what is it that makes you want so much pointless stuff? Okay, what's wrong with living a regular life? There's nothing wrong with living a regular life. There are plenty of people in the world that are happy living a regular life. You see the Birkin bag, but what did she do to get the Birkin bag? You see the fancy car, but how much time did he have to sacrifice from his family to get that nice car? How many 80-hour work weeks did he have to spend to get that nice car? Okay, when he's 75 and he's on his deathbed, that nice car ain't gonna be sitting next to him holding his hand. Okay, so it's about sacrifices. Everybody has to understand that, but social media makes people think that they can have it all. And you see that because a lot of women go, oh, this couple is goals, this couple is goals, this couple is goals, until one thing goes wrong in their relationship, and then everybody retracts. As if the world is, because people think that there's a such thing as perfection. And it's usually people that have never been in a marriage. All right? There is no such thing as a perfect marriage. There's compensation on both sides. We're here for a contract. Let's continue the video.
Absolutely. I'm just thinking of Leslie Jones, too. All of the hate that she was exposed to. It's really, really scary. We got to protect us online, too.
Yes.
Ladies, it's time for the receipts. Over the last week, we polled Madame Noir and Hello Beautiful readers about their social media appetites, and y'all is hungry. We got some really interesting feedback from you guys. So first, we asked how many times a day do you check your social media accounts, with 37% of pollers saying that they check their social media over 10 times a day, and 24% check 3 to 6 times a day. 22% less than 3 times a day, and 17% stay off their phones all day.
I think the important thing is definitely to make sure that you don't do it when you're like with your family or your loved ones. Like, you know, you have to really unplug from that and plug into your loved one.
Our poll also asked, what's the longest you've ever gone without being on social media? With 56% of people polled saying they'd stayed off the net for more than a week. I mean, the nature of our jobs, I think, makes it really, really hard for us to stay off, but I don't think I've gone a day. Then we pried the audience about what things they think are better left off of social media, with 45% of people polled saying relationships should stay off the net. What do you guys think about relationship goals? I know, Allie, you were talking about your husband you hide him.
Yeah, well, first of all, I never tag him in anything. Nobody knows his first name. Nobody even knows my last name, my real last name on social media. And so, you know, I think that's really important because it just minimizes the stress of things.
We also asked the audience, have posting your social media feed made you feel envious, depressed, frustrated, with 78% saying yes. I'm right there with you, sis.
I feel like when people say it doesn't, they're lying. You're a lie. Because I really believe that sometimes no matter what you're feeling, like, it doesn't matter. It could be that on Mother's Day, maybe you lost your mother and it's hard for you to watch those things, or maybe you lost out on a job and you know the person who got it. Like, you can't help but feel sad, and that's human. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, there is someone who's lived most of her life on TV and social media, and we spoke to her about this very topic. Yandy Smith gave us some insight about real life versus hashtag marriage goals. Check out Shamika Sanders' interview with the reality TV maven.
So there are many struggles, but do I want the world criticizing and judging and having an opinion about everything I got going on? Yeah, I criticize and judge enough.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna give you something, I'm gonna give you what I want to give you. And I think that's where, and I give you truth. I give you when I'm missing him. I give you when I'm struggling with certain things. But there's certain things that I feel like this is for me.
Yeah.
And this is for me and mine. And if people have a problem with that, oh well.
So props to her for being so honest on that. She always is, but that's a really hard conversation to have. So I'm proud of her. We love you, Yandy.
So my question is, when you fabricate, who is it for? Is it for yourself, or is it because you want other people to think something about you? A lot of times people are fabricating and curating the lives that they want you to think that they're living. I have seen some travel posts that have me like, where's my passport? I need to be on a beach photographed with my legs up and the ocean behind me, and I may not even have money to do all that. What do you think?
I think that it's that you want people to think something about you for yourself. It's the same thing. It's like, I think people do it because.
Bingo. And I do agree with that, all right? Always, I tell people, if you're in a marriage or relationship, stay off of social media, especially if you are a man with your problems. Stay off of social media with your problems. Nobody cares. You're screaming into the void. No one cares about your problems on social media. If you don't have something interesting to show, if you don't have something nice and beautiful to show, stay off of it, okay? I agree with controlling your image in social media. I know that's crazy to say, but that's what it's for. It's the ability to control your image. It's a very powerful tool if you use it as such, okay? Since most people are on social media, and a lot of people's quote-unquote friends, they have more on social media than they do in real life, how you portray yourself on social media is going to be important for men and women, okay? Specifically for women, okay? How do you want the world to view you before they get to meet you? That's your social media, okay? How do you want the world to view you? That is your social media. Keep in mind that, like I said earlier, these social media companies are made by the same people who make slot machines, okay? This is a science that has been broken down to how much attention, how much of your day can we take and fill it with ads. And I know this is going to go kind of off into a different direction, but I need people to understand what this monster is, okay? These are algorithms that the people who have created them don't understand them anymore. They grow at such a fast level, and finding out what you're interested in and not interested in, that the people who have developed them don't understand them anymore. They can't stop it. It just keeps going. And all it does and all it cares about is taking more and more of your time. How does it do that? Well, one of the best ways is it gets you to hate people. The biggest responses on videos are sadness and hatred. Okay, or anger. I should say anger, not hatred. Sadness and anger. Those are the ones that you respond to the most, okay? And happiness is at the bottom of the list, all right? So what are you going to see on your news feed when it knows that you are a Republican or that you are a Democrat? You're going to see the opposite angles, okay? They want to make you upset. They know what other people who are like you have responded to, so they feed you the video so they can give you ads and you can hate each other, all right? While they walk off to the bank. This is what they're doing with your attention, with your time, with your day. Stay off of social media as much as you can. All right, unless you're trying to use it to better your life. And I say it's a crazy good marketing tool if you use it for its power. It is a crazy good marketing tool. All right. But if you're not selling stuff, if you're not building your image, stay off of social media. There's no point of it. It does no goods for you. Not that I know of, at least. Let's continue the video.
Because you like the validation. A lot of what we face in our regular day life.
By the way, I'll probably go for a little bit longer, but I kind of already did my spiel. So let's continue the video, see how long we got. and then I'm gonna do my final thoughts.
Day-to-day life is a lot of rejection, a lot of stress, things like that. So there's something positive that comes from strangers and your friends kind of giving you that love that they may not give you when you walk down the street, right? Like when you walk down the street, not everyone's like, you look fly, but they'll do it for you on the gram. Yeah, exactly. Right. Heart emoji, you know, like that doesn't.
I see you commenting.
Actually, a recent Huffington Post article shared some interesting statistics about social media and self-esteem. After interviewing active social media users, both men and women, ages 28 to 73, 60% reported that social media had negative effects on their self-esteem. So even though if you're looking for that validation, if you're not getting it, people are feeling negative.
Single folks, listen up. SinglesInAmerica.com, that is a real website, polled close to 6,000 unmarried people and discovered 57% of singles face major FOMO, which is fear of missing out, which was triggered by posts on social media. Do you think that being single is more painful in the age of social media than it was before?
It's not even that. I think it's harder to be in a relationship in the age of social media. It's harder to do everything.
I agree.
Like, I feel sorry for the kids who are in junior high now and high school because social media is everything. I feel like this next generation, it'll slow down a little bit, but for this generation, they live their entire lives with like Kylie Jenner being their goals, you know?
With all that being said, do you think social media has changed our perception of reality?
Yes, I think it has. Definitely. And what I'm trying to do to combat it in my personal life, because social media is not going away. It's too much of a money maker at this point. But I'm trying to just share more of my flaws. And so I had a whole Insta story where I really talked about the scars on my legs. And honestly, to just be honest about things I don't like, it makes me feel a little more freer and a little more human in a place where it's like looked down upon to be human.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is where I'm going to end the video. There's about a minute left of the video. If y'all want to go check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. But my final thoughts on this video is people love it because it's attention-seeking behavior. And it is especially addictive to women for that exact same reason. It used to be that a woman at least had to go and show her face, okay, to get the attention of men, to collect the phone numbers of men, to get this attention in the morning. Hey, babe, good morning, beautiful. You know, those kind of messages where women get 10 of them, and the more they get, the better they feel. This is how it used to be in the age of flip phones. Now with social media, you don't even have to do that anymore. You don't have to have conversation. You just post a picture and say, look how nice the sun is, but the picture is of your butt. Of course, because we have to have some philosophical quote by some Buddhist monk when it's just a picture of your butt. Like, let's be completely honest. This is what you're doing. All right. And we have to act like this is normal. Okay, this is just attention-seeking behavior. It's an easy way to get that dopamine rush. It's an easy way to get that rush, just like a drug addict. That's all it is. The only people who call, and I've heard this from, I forget where the person who quoted it, okay, but I think it was from the documentary, The Social Dilemma, which I recommend everybody watch on Netflix. It's a really good documentary that talks about the issues that social media is starting to have, the issues that civilization is having with social media. And one of the things he said was the only people that call their prospects, the only people who call their customers users are drug dealers and social media outlets. All right, the only people who call their customers users are drug dealers and social media outlets. All right, keep that in mind, people, before you just start going and ranting and raving and screaming into the void on Facebook or Instagram, especially if you're a man. No one cares if you're a man. I'm trying to tell you. All right, maybe if you're a woman, you might get some pity. You'll get 100 likes on every picture, but none of those men will actually want to marry you. They'll just be trying to get into your pants more than likely. A lot of them. Who are we kidding? All right, especially the ones that you probably want to give your attention to. But it is what it is. All right, this is not a virtue. There's nothing virtuous about being on social media more than other women. There's nothing virtuous about being overweight. Fix yourself, okay? There's nothing virtuous about having children, having 78% of children out of wedlock, okay? And I say that because black women like to turn those arguments into good virtues, as in it's okay because we're doing well. And it's just not. We're losing, all right? So till next time.